What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Detroit Sports Alliance, Detroit Lions Roundtable. I am your host today, Mr. Luke G from Lukegsfieldreview. We got you a good one today. We got ourselves a little bit of a special guest. Now, we're going to make sure we show some respect, and we're going to make sure that we show him the proper time to get his points out, because he is going to be here as a sub defending his team, the Green Bay Packers. Yes, I said that. The Green Bay Packers. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the introductions. First up, we have Mr. CA3 Sports Talk. Carl, what up, though?
What up, though?
What it do, man? And then right behind him, we have the master of all introductions, Mr. MicroMike. What it do?
Let's go, man.
Next up, we have the heart of the city, Mr. 313 J-Mo. What's going on?
What's up, man? Your boy is back on the show, guys. I'm back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we have on here Mr. We Talk Sports, period. Mr. Noble Sports Entertainment, TA. What it do?
What it do, baby?
And last but certainly not least, we have our guest, our newest sub to come on and join the show, Mr. Rage MK. What up, though?
Y'all know why I'm here, man. I'm sick of it. Let's just get to the conversation.
Oh, man.
Let's just get to the conversation. Man.
I see where we at.
Yeah, man. It's like that. It's like that.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Yeah, what's up,
That's
bro?
right. Welcome to the show, man. Now, listen.
Appreciate it.
Can I get that roll call, J-Mo?
All right, what's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Make sure you guys like the video, man. D-Map Zoom, what up, though? Data Boy, what up, though? Kyle Webb, I'm not the hacker, what up, though? Jay Seeley, my boy George Morgan in the building, what up, though? Kool-Aid and Cornbread, like I said, the best name in this chat, what up, though? Bash Starwin, what up, though? Eric Gross, what's good, man? Ted Cheney, what's good? Lions Lee, what up? Evan, what up? D-Town, what's good? Kieric, man, killing it in the Pick'em League as usual. What's good?
Man, what?
Antoine, right? Hey, man, I gotta give him his respect, man. I gotta give it up to him, man. Antoine was good. Flying Hawaiian was good. Foot plan. We got Detroit's own Big Will in the building. Marcus Willis.
What up, though? What up?
What's good, everybody?
What up, though?
Pride 40. What's up?
All right, man. Well, listen, man. We gonna just hop right into it, man. Obviously, we got on a sub who is a Packer fan, and he came onto the roundtable the other day and listened in on it, and he was talking his facts, and I saw some conversations going back and forth, so I decided to have him on and have a little fun. And so, with that being said, we're gonna get right into it and talk about this Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers game on Monday night. And let's get right to this one main question. Who is this game more important for as a must-win, the Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers? And with you being the house guest, Mr. Rage MK, I give you the floor first.
All right, man. It can honestly go both ways, but to be real with you, I'm gonna have to say it's a must-win for the Lions. And okay. I say that to say this: y'all really ain't played nobody these first 4 games, except for the Chiefs.
Okay.
I give you that. Y'all did y'all thing against the Chiefs, but now y'all really got y'all gauntlet. Y'all got us, Green Bay, and then y'all got the Minnesota Vikings. And the Vikings ain't no slouch either, but I think that y'all are the better team. So if y'all could start out 2-0, like we started out 2-0 in the division, y'all will be popping, honestly. But you got to get past Green Bay.
Okay,
that's easier said than done. That's a different conversation for another day.
I hear that.
Okay.
All right, now J-Mo, I mean, but who do you say is it a must win for, the Packers or the Lions?
It's a must win for the Lions. Only I'm gonna take a different approach to this. I ain't gonna even talk about football. I'm gonna be real simple. Packers lose, they 4-2. No big deal. We lose, we 2-1. That's not somewhere that you want to be, and then you got to fight back to get to the top of the division because the Packers could end up winning other games against some of these other teams. So you don't want to have to try to play catch up. But if we win, then we 3-1-1, number 1 in the division. And it's a statement game on a national stage. There's been a lot of disrespect going around. So we got to whoop on the Packers on national TV to let people know what's really good. So
Okay. What say you, TA? I mean, right now we got 2-4. It's a must win for the Lions. I mean, are you going to be the deciding factor to go off on track on that, or do you agree?
Right, and the Eagles are a good team, so I don't know what you mean when you play nobody.
Well, we gonna get it.
I mean,
I mean,
We
y'all
I mean, what?
gonna get
mean,
into it. We gonna get into it. Come
y'all
on,
Eagles are
okay.
Hold your
we
horses,
gonna
hold
Okay,
get
your
I'm
horses.
into it.
gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. You
Yeah,
go
we gonna
ahead.
get
I'm
into it.
sorry.
All right. Well, listen, I'm just saying, but TA must win.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions or Green Bay Packers.
Man, it is a must win for the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, you gotta look at it like this: the Detroit Lions have not played the division yet. Everybody else has got they've gotten a start already to playing each other. So this will be our
Okay.
first time playing anybody in a division in Green Bay. Yeah, we've had their number for the last 4 games, but that's different now. We still got to have that same mindset to be hungry and go out and try to go to Green Bay and get a win. And that's not always easy, but you got to go out there and try to do it. So it's definitely a must win for the Detroit Lions. The Lions are going to have to go out there and handle their business, because if not, like you said, that record could be 2-2-1, and that is not where we want to be at. We definitely want to be able to move up in the I want to say, help me out, fellas, in the standings.
Understand?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
We want to move up in the standings, and we don't want to go down. So definitely, man, I think that the Detroit Lions, it's a must win for them. Green Bay, like J-Mo said, if they go down 4-2, they still looking good. And I know, you know, I said our Packers guy pretty much said, you know, with the Packers, basically the Packers getting their getting those W's, and we haven't really played anyone. We have played the Eagles. The Eagles are pretty tough, and they beat you guys. So I had to bring that
I
out.
was gonna go
I was
there.
thinking about it.
I was gonna go there. I was
And
gonna go there.
the Chargers are not bad.
Hey,
They just had a really
yeah,
tough
Hey,
game.
I was gonna go
That's
there.
I didn't want to bring that up, but I had to bring it up.
I respect. I
And we hit
respect.
him on the road, and
Yeah.
you guys played him at home. But okay, we're not
Right.
gonna.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
we played
I mean,
them at home. They would have really got killed.
but you know, it's also one of the things where it's hard for me to not agree and say that this is more of a must win for the Lions because of the division game. They have not played a division opponent, and I think that is huge. This game meant more than beating the Chiefs. Now the Chiefs could have offset this game because you figure, you know, it's still a win in the column, but overall to get that division wins makes a huge difference. And I think that if we can do that, then yeah, we on the right track. And I think that it makes sense. I mean, but you know, what say you, MicroMike? I mean, must win for the Packers or the Lions?
Well, there's so many reasons why this is a must-win for the Detroit Lions, and let me break this down on multiple levels fairly quickly. When you're talking about the Lions, we have played some teams right now when it comes to beating the AFC, and we have obviously beat the Eagles, who's an NFC. But the Packers, not only are they 2-0 in the division right now, they're 4-1. And if they beat us, they would be 3-0 in the division. And it's imperative that the Lions get another W against an NFC team, specifically NFC North team. And not only because we lost last game, coming off a bye, you don't want to get another loss, like said before, via Big Will, but you need to understand we're on Monday Night Football. The whole world is watching. This team, to take that next step, they need to beat a so-called Super Bowl team, and that's what the media is proclaiming the Green Bay Packers right now. The best way to get confidence, not only for your organization, not only for the fan base, but for the whole world and yourself, is to beat that team in front of the whole world. That will help you in the division. Now, when you talk about the NFC whole, there's a lot of teams that are very good in the NFC this year. If you look at San Francisco, they're 4-0. If you look at the Dallas Cowboys, yes, they just lost, but they have 3 wins. There's a lot of winning teams in the NFC. So if you lose this, you go 2-2, and it's very hard to imagine fighting for a wild card spot even right now. So it's a must win on multiple levels. And when it comes to myself, look, I predicted, and I've been telling you guys this throughout the whole offseason, how the Lions are going to be a better team, and for my credibility, they need to win.
Hey, I mean, you nailed it. I mean, and Marcus Willis makes a very good point. All games are must win; they really are. But it's about the pressure. Who should feel that pressure? And I think that's what it boils down to. And so, with that being said, we get to a more elaborate question. And Carl, you start this off. How do the Lions beat the Packers?
Oh man, I think the Lions beat the Packers by, I mean, like stopping the run, and you got to stop the Packers by, you know, I guess conserving. I mean, I guess kind of like, limiting Aaron Rodgers. You're not gonna stop Aaron Rodgers, but you know, limiting Aaron Rodgers, and then I mean, we got to run the ball. Period. You got to run the ball. I mean, especially on the road, you got to dominate time possession, and I think that's how we win.
Okay. I mean, now for me personally, I just look at it and I say, all right, the attention can't be Aaron Rodgers. It can't. It needs to be everything outside of Aaron Rodgers. You know, take away his safety blanket in those tight ends because he's starting to get to know them tight ends a little bit too good, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure he's going to get Devontae Adams back this week, but take that.
Well, he was. No. He ain't a go this week. I don't think.
Okay,
he better not be a go this week. But you can go ahead.
But if he's not a go, then that's even more. That's even better for us as the Lions.
If he's not a go and we lose, like I would feel pretty bad.
Yeah,
like that would be pitiful.
Most definitely.
Because
like,
come on,
healthy bro.
And they are not.
Devontae Adams is literally his only receiver worth even talking about. Like
Right. I mean, but again, J-Mo, you bring it up. And you already into it. How do the Lions beat the Packers? How do you see this going?
You know, I'm gonna take a different tack. I think we need to torch that defense. We need to score a lot of points and put pressure on them early by running the football and using Kerryon Johnson out the backfield. Darrell Bevel used him out the backfield in the Chargers game, and in the last 2 games, I guess he just didn't want to do it. I don't know what was going on with that, but we need to get back to that and using our tight ends because I think our defense is going to play very, very good against the Packers. It's more about the offense scoring enough points to, you know, put pressure on the Packers because even though the Lions have more to lose and we must win this game, it's more pressure on the Packers because people always overhype the Packers. So it's Monday night. They want to win the game. So it's a lot of pressure on them. We score a lot of points early. You know, I think they'll crumble real quick, especially with Matt LaFleur. I think they'll crumble real quick.
Well, D-Town says the best offense the Packers has played is the Eagles, and they lost. And the Detroit offense is nice. What say you, Rage MK? I mean, how do you see?
My God.
look, Rage already there. But I'm just saying, how do you see the Lions beating the Packers, Rage?
First off, before I comment on that, let me get on Gmo real quick. It's no pressure on the Packers. For one, we 4-1, we 2-0 in the division. It's absolutely no pressure. It's no pressure on us to win this game. I think we go win, but that's a different story for a different day. How y'all are gonna win this game is simple. It's straight simple. It ain't coming in and scoring more points. It's none of that. Y'all offensive line needs to block because we lead. I keep saying we, but I'm not a part of that team. The Packers lead the league in blitzing with 4 people, with 4 men, which tells you if we only need 4 people to blitz, that means it's an extra DB in the secondary. So that means y'all chances of y'all in those deep ball plays, which I watched, like I said, like I was telling y'all before we started, I watched y'all games. Some of these deep ball plays that y'all was hitting, it honestly was making me mad because there was no defense being played. In that Arizona game, TJ Hawkinson was open all day long, and it made me so mad because they could not get pressure. So if y'all offensive line cannot stop Green Bay 4-man rush, I don't see y'all winning this game because we've played Matthew Stafford for a long time, and I know what kind of quarterback he is. He's a deep ball type, but he's always gonna opt for the big play over the small play, in my opinion. And I've seen that in the. I think it's true, but I think and he will try to force a ball in here and there because he did it against the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken, when he threw that pick in 2-man coverage. I forget. I think it was Marvin Jones. I think it was. That's what.
That was a Chargers game.
That was a Chargers game. He threw that pick to Marvin Jones with 2-man coverage. So I think he would try to force some balls in. So if they don't stop the pass rush, I think they lose that game. But if they do stop the pass rush, I think y'all got a pretty good shot, honestly.
I mean, listen. The general review
on the Packers because
hold on, wait a minute, J-Mo. J-Mo, I'm gonna give you your chance to respond, J-Mo. Man, I'm gonna give you your chance, J-Mo. Okay, give me a minute. The general review says the Lions lead the league in 3-man rush with 23% of the pressure. What do you mean, Rage? Now, with that being said,
I said 4-man.
You're saying that the Packers have 4-man. He's saying that the Lions lead them with 3-man rush. So he's saying we're getting home with 3-man rush. You're talking about 4. J-Mo's gonna respond to you because I know it's burning him on the inside.
Okay.
But
No, I was just gonna say, literally every outlet is picking the Packers to win. First, y'all was favored by 7 points. Then y'all was favored by 5. Now y'all favored by 4 points at home. The way we've been playing, everyone. When I say literally everyone, I mean literally everyone is picking the Packers to win.
Well, no,
it has to be pressure on y'all. Because if y'all don't win, people are gonna be surprised because they like it's Aaron Rodgers. The Green Bay Packers have a defense. They're at home. They should win this game. And when y'all don't, it's gonna be like, how did y'all win this game? And are the Lions really that good? They might be better than the Packers now because we'll be at the top of the division. I definitely think it's pressure.
And I think that's a fair argument, Ray. Even you gotta admit that. You gotta admit that.
And you're right, but here's where I counter argue. Y'all just showed up against the Chiefs. Y'all slowed down Patrick Mahomes. He didn't have a touchdown. He still threw for 315. He didn't have a touchdown. Period. Y'all just stopped the number one y'all just stopped the most high power offense. So on top of that, y'all coming out of a bye week. So that means y'all got 2 weeks of rest. Y'all just had that stellar performance against the Chiefs. And then y'all coming into Green Bay. And then on top of that, y'all won the last 4 meetings. So it's a lot of speculation wondering if y'all can keep it going. So I think it's more pressure on y'all to actually come in
if it's
and make
more
a
pressure,
statement.
why ain't nobody picking us to win then? We coming off a bye week and we've been whooping y'all for 2 years, like you said. So why wouldn't they pick nobody picking us to win the game?
Because and I'm gonna explain to you why. Okay, 2017, y'all played Brett Hundley. I'm just gonna say that's nothing.
And what about
2018, I give you that, but again, Aaron Rodgers was playing on one leg. It's a reason Matt Patricia said he's even more nervous now because he knows he's not playing Aaron Rodgers. He's playing Green Bay, the Green Bay Packers, and what I mean by that is he's playing a complete team. In 2018, it was no defense. This year, it's a completely revamped defense. It's a completely revamped offensive scheme. So that's why he's nervous. And the thing about it is, everybody's saying that everybody's saying Aaron Rodgers, he ain't playing that great this season. His numbers are down, this, that, and the third. But if you actually go back and look at the games, when his defense is playing the way that they are, and when you get in the running game is clicking, he doesn't have to play Superman ball.
I'm gonna let you take it, Luke, but this is just funny to me because the Packers haven't played any quarterbacks.
I get it. I get it.
Any real quarterbacks.
Listen, and I agree with you.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna give y'all a chance. This is what we do. This is what make this so fun. TA, as you can see, yes, we definitely got somebody in the Lions den. They in here with us, and they showed up willingly. Yeah, they showed up willingly. But the question wasn't about pressure. The question was about how do the Lions beat the Packers? And what say you, TA?
Man, simple as this. You go back, you look at the film, you find out what are their strengths, you know what I'm saying, and you find out what the weaknesses are too, and you attack those areas, you know what I'm saying. Green Bay, the last game against the Cowboys, man, I didn't really expect that big performance out of Aaron Jones like that, man. I didn't think that he was going to step up like that because he hasn't done it yet, but he had a big game. So I think the main how you beat the Packers is you keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. You keep him off the field and try to manage the game, because the more he's on the field, the more he's extending plays with his arm. And we know how Aaron Rodgers is. He extend plays, and he's good. He's one of the best quarterbacks at doing that, extending the play and being able to hit guys down the field. So if we can contain him, put pressure on him, shake his cage, his baby cage, shake it a little bit, let him know that we here. Let him know. Let him know that we here, and I think that's the way that we go in to beat this Green Bay team that has been playing some good football.
I mean, hey, listen, I ain't mad at you, Mike. How do you see them? How do you see the Lions beating the Packers? What are you looking for in this game that's gonna let you know this is how the Lions get the win?
I actually agree with MK here. I think it's imperative that the offensive line needs to hold Matthew Stafford up. If you look at the 2 wins that the Lions got, Matthew Stafford was sacked 0 times. The 2 games that we did not win, he was sacked multiple times. I think it's imperative to come up with a scheme versus the blitz that they're going to do. Now, what I believe is going to happen is they're going to utilize a lot of screen pass to McKissick. That's what we have been doing to stop the blitz. So I go ahead and pay attention to that. But when it comes to the defense as well, We have to contain Aaron Rodgers and have him beat him with his arm. Our secondary is excitingly great this year, and the reason we're getting sacks is due to coverage sacks. And all as it takes is for a couple of times of him waiting and to throw the ball, and you get a turnover. Turnover wins games. We have to stop the run because they've been doing really well, specifically in the red zone when it comes to getting their touchdowns. I believe their backs got 8 touchdowns in the red zone. That's fairly high, so we got to be stout stopping the run. And simply something that is very important is not to shoot ourselves in the foot. Do not turn the ball over when we're in the end zone. Carry on Johnson, hold on to the ball. And of course, like I've been saying forever, when you're on offense, stop doing offensive line flags because it's destroying the drive. Every single time there's been a flag on offense, the drive is stalled. So play sound football.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Mike. I think that's what it boiled down to. If you go to that Kansas City Chiefs game, we were only two plays away from being able to see what's going on in terms of like getting the win, and those 2 plays came on goal line fumbles. If we don't fumble in those 2 times, we talk about a different conversation here, and it just is the reality of it. But on the flip side of it, and we'll start this off with you, Carl, how do you see the Packers beating the Lions? I mean, we kind of brushed on it, but I kind of want you to tackle this one alone, and then I'm gonna go to the very next question because I think this is a very good question for everybody in the group.
I mean, I think the way the Packers can beat the Lions, I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, if they can get to our quarterback, I mean, if they get pressure on us, I think they can beat us. I mean, they can beat us by, I guess, they can run the ball. I mean, if they run the ball on us, I mean, they can beat us. I mean, it just I guess basically just run the ball because, like, how they won the Cowboys game, that they scored a lot off the run, and and what cost them the Eagles game was they went away from the run a lot. And I feel that they can be consistent in the run game and get pressure on the quarterback. They can beat us. All
right. TA, you wanna get that shout out?
Yeah. Hey guys, make sure you get them likes up in the chat section for us. We appreciate you guys as you come into the room. We got a special guest on today, so make sure you guys get those likes up for us on today.
Absolutely. Now, this comes down to the biggest question, and I'm going to start it off. The question is simple. Who is the best team in NFC North? Now, this ain't me being biased. This is just me stating the facts. Okay?
Come on, man. Come on, Luke.
I mean, listen, I'm going to get right into it.
Man.
The best team, I'm just saying, the best team in the NFC North, and right now, is the Detroit Lions. They are the most complete team. They are the most healthy team. They have the least concerns when it comes to depth. When you go through and you look at Green Bay and stuff, that was the best run game you're gonna see all year against the Dallas Cowboys, and that's because Dallas got cute. I mean, 140.
You down bad. You down bad.
I mean, like I said, Dallas got Dak Prescott.
Right. And then here's the other part that you got to look at. Majority of the turnovers that y'all got came off of miscues from the Dallas Cowboys. When I go through and I look at the Bears, they ain't got no offense. They praying that Mitchell Trubisky stay down. They praying for him. Okay? They can't even figure out to get a ball to the best running back on their team, which is Montgomery. They keep on trying to feature Cohen like we used to feature Theo Reddick. It's not working. You go to the Minnesota Vikings. The whole team, man, at the quarterback. You got the head coach talking about him, the head coach mother and grandmother talking about him. And then you go to Green Bay. I'm just saying, but then you go to Green Bay. When we get to Green Bay, you got the quarterback. I watched this man in the first game literally just say scrap with the quarterback, saying, I'm gonna call the play. And that's what happened. And they've been doing it. But the difference has been when you look at the most complete teams, it is the Detroit Lions. Now, in all fairness, I'll give you a chance to defend that, but I'm letting some more people talk. Mike, who is the best team in the NFC North?
The reason I'm going to say the Detroit Lions, and I'll give you some reasons here. When we talk about a team, we talk about a whole complete team, not just one part of a team. We're talking about special teams, offense, and defense. Special teams right now is doing a fantastic job. We're definitely getting the ball in better field position for the offense to work. The offense has progressively gotten better. It's a new scheme, and obviously it's something they had to learn quickly to get rolling, but it's really starting to click now as you start to see. And the defense is so underrated, specifically that secondary. And when you have a secondary so talented, the ability to get turnovers via interception as well as fumble, that's how you win games. And I believe our coaches are doing a fantastic job drawing up the plays. When you look at Darrell Bevel, he is very even keeled when it goes to run in the pass, something that we haven't seen in years. Patricia is definitely getting better each game. You look at Minnesota Vikings, their defense is good, but their offense, it's the bipolar. One week they're good, one week they don't score anything. It's the weirdest thing ever. When you go to the Chicago Bears, their defense is elite, scary as all can be, but that offense, Trubisky, just literally is just god awful. I don't know what's going on there. It's not working.
They
I
got
do
punched
believe,
in the mouth in
yeah,
London. Jesus, that defense
absolutely.
did. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And you're 100% right there. It's the weirdest thing when it comes to those two teams. I do think the Packers is, I didn't believe they were the biggest threat going into this season, but after what I've seen with Dallas, I know that Dallas is a little overhyped. But when you're up on a team 30-3 and you're 4-1 is your record right now, and 2-0 in the division, I believe that's our biggest threat right now. I just believe that. And my personal belief is the defense is not going to stay as strong as it is. And once they do a lot of blitzes, and once teams start to figure out how to get past that blitz, I think you will get a little bit less and less. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just my belief right now. So that's why I think the Lions are the complete team.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking questions from you, so make sure you say those questions because we want to make sure we get through the entire show, and we will be taking questions from you at that time, and I will let you know when that time come up, and you can ask that question to whoever you want, whether it be me, TA, J-Mo, Mike, Carl, or our sub who's filling in, Rage MK. So you can ask that question at that time, and we're going to definitely get into it. J-Mo, the best team in the division for the NFC North. Who is it?
I've been said this. I made a little video on this, so y'all can check that out if y'all want. The best team in the NFC North is the Detroit Lions, and we're the most complete team, like you guys are saying. But it's just very simple. The Bears have the best defense in the division, like top to bottom. Vikings, you can say they had the best running back, but that's all you can say because
He
the
a
rest of the
beast.
team. Yeah, he is. I wanted him, the Lions, to draft him, but we got somebody else that I ain't gonna even bring up. But yeah, and Kirk Cousins looking like Kirk Cousins, man. Like what I tell y'all, man. I told y'all Kirk Cousins
Kirk
was
alone,
nothing,
man. Leave him alone.
No, man. Kirk Cousins is Kirk. Look, this is the only reason I won't leave him alone. Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. He got two of the top guys.
You ain't lying.
No excuses. Same thing with Matt Ryan over there playing like garbage with Julio and Calvin Ridley. Like, no, you're trash. But anyway, back to the Lions. And then we look at the Packers. I think our defense is better than the Packers. I think our offense is better than the Packers. So, I mean, the Packers, Packers playing a bunch of garbage quarterbacks. And the one quarterback y'all face, he torched y'all. That's exactly what happened. You played Mitch Trubisky, you played Kirk Cousins, you played Joe Flacco in Denver. Come on, you play a real quarterback, Carson Wentz, with one good receiver. It was just Alshon. Alshon on one leg. Y'all garbage, bro. But anyway, Alshon
barbecue
on one
chicken,
leg
man.
y'all,
Barbecue
bro.
chicken.
Zach Ertz was cooking y'all. Alshon cooked y'all on one leg. Like, come on. But and then when I look at the Lions, our quarterback, like we got the second best quarterback in the division, and so we got everything we need. And the last thing, the most important thing, coaching. Matt LaFleur is not a better coach than Matt Patricia. Matt LaFleur has a lot of things to learn. Matt, like 4 passes in a row. Come on, guy. Like you come on, guy. What are you doing? So I think that rookie head coach also played into it, and we're gonna see in this game coming up. It's gonna be some coaching decisions. And I expect Matt LaFleur is gonna do some stupid decisions, and Matt Patricia will capitalize, and that's one of the reasons we're gonna win this football game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, I can't argue with it. I know it seemed biased, but it's just about looking at the matchups, and that's what it boiled down. But we got 87 people in the chat, 51 likes. Let's get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get this video in circulation. And if you want to join the round table and get on, you have to hit me up or hit J Moore, one of us in DSA, up on Twitter or Discord, so we can know, and then they'll reach out to me and I'll reach out to you, and we get everything set out and iron out the details so we can get you on. But you have to reach out to us, so make sure that you reach out to us if you want to come on the round table and be a part of the show. All right, Rage. All right.
Has everybody talked? I want to let everybody. I want to let everybody. I want everybody to go because I'm gonna go for probably about 3-4 minutes.
Let me give you a little bit more.
No, you can't go for 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
Let me give you a little bit more heat then, Mike. Don't burn them too bad. But go ahead, Mike. Who was the best? No, matter of fact, Mike already went.
Yeah, so saying
I can go.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Let him go, man. He's wrong, and he know he's wrong, but it's gonna be funny.
He said he know he wrong. He said he just going, huh? Here we go, Rage.
I ain't playing no quarterback.
Right, here we go, bro. Here we go. So the best team in the division. It's Rage, I don't even have it.
Rage. Hold on, I can't hear you. Say that one more time.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep. Go ahead. There you go.
Okay. The best team in the division, I don't have to tell you because it's clear who's at the top. Green Bay. Now I'm gonna give it to you from top of the roster down. Detroit got a complete roster. TJ monster. Offensive line, they okay. You got an elite quarterback. I think he elite. You got two nice receivers, huh?
Say it again.
Oh no. Hey, whoa, hold on now. Don't sleep on Matthew Stafford. I like the dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
I get mad respect where respect is due. Like Matthew Stafford, he ain't no slouch. Don't get me wrong. I say he a top 7 quarterback in the league. Top 7. Top 7.
Man. I call him top 7 too.
I give you top 7, but back to this, like y'all got a complete team top and bottom, but Green Bay is the better team. And let me explain to you why. Aaron Rodgers hasn't had
Yeah, go ahead.
You're right.
Okay, my bad.
Here we go to
my bad.
But here we go to Aaron Rodgers had one head coach his whole career. One head coach. Exactly.
What you mean one?
Wow,
Aaron Rodgers. He's only had one.
It
was Mike McCarthy. That was it. And then when they fired Mike McCarthy, you got Joe Philbin, but he was an intern. And then you bring in Matt LaFleur. The first week, it was a new scheme, everything, and all this bickering about how they was go mold. The first week it was 10-3. Second week, I think it was 24-17. If I'm not, no, was it? 24-17, somewhere around there. Third week, it was 27-16. Fourth week, we got the Cowboys. No, we ain't got the Cowboys. We got the Eagles. We lose on the Thursday night. And then we blow out the Cowboys in the first half, the first 3 quarters, I would say. And then the Cowboys come back. Matt LaFleur has shown me as a head coach, not only can he adjust his game, but he can adjust his game to how his players, to his players' skill sets. He's not forcing his scheme on his players. And I think that's why he's the best rookie head coach in this, in this league right now.
I just got one question though.
Go ahead.
How can you ignore the competition? Because the one defense that y'all faced was the Bears. And how many points did y'all score?
You're right.
You actually think we're gonna score 10 points, 7 points to get the Packers defense with Matthew Stafford?
But here's the thing though. Like you getting on our quarterback. So I'm gonna name you our quarterback. So we had what's that? I can't even remember the dude's name. Mitch Trubisky. Then we had Kirk Bosoms. That's what I call him. And then you had Joe Lamo. And then you had Carson Wentz. And then we had Dak Prescott. Okay, so that's our QB. So let's go to y'all QBs. You had Kyler Murray. He's a rookie.
Rookie, yep.
You had Phillip Rivers. He's out of his prime. Period. He can't run for shit.
He's still a really good quarterback. He's still better than every quarterback.
He a top 12. I give him that. Okay, and then who did y'all have after that? Y'all had Carson Wentz
and Patrick
right.
Mahomes.
Right, y'all had
Patrick
Carson
Mahomes.
Wentz and Patrick Mahomes. So when you look at the QB ratio, of course it looks better on y'all that y'all had tougher QBs. But I look at it like this: y'all in those games, y'all were very inconsistent. Y'all had a 24-6 lead
I can't
on the
argue that.
Cardinals.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you
Y'all,
on that one.
Yeah.
y'all
I can't
listen to
argue
me.
that.
Hold on, I'm
Yeah,
finna
that one,
talk.
I can't
I'm
argue
finna
that.
talk. Y'all
I
had
mean,
a
the Packers
24.
were inconsistent too, though.
I mean, we got a new head coach. Come on, bro. I ain't even get into it. Y'all was y'all was
Y'all
up.
got an excuse
Y'all was
for it,
up
though.
20. Y'all was up 24-6 against the Cardinals. Y'all let them come back, tie it up, go into overtime. Y'all couldn't win in overtime.
Yep.
Y'all should have walked out of there with a W.
Facts.
Okay, then
Right.
you move
Facts,
and then you
that's
move
fact.
on to
Okay.
the Chargers. And the Chargers, honestly, they was moving the ball up and down on y'all. And that ticky tack holding call on number 15 on that run play, it should have been a touchdown. Y'all technically should have lost that game by 3 points. But I'm gonna give you that because y'all did what y'all was supposed to do, especially out there in the sun. And then you come back and you beat Wentz, a team that beat Green Bay on the Thursday night game. Let's just be real. We done had 3 Thursday night games so far. I think this is finna be the 4th. It's no defense being played in Thursday night games because the turnaround is so quick for a defense. It's just ridiculous. So I understand why Jordan Howard went crazy. And then the thing about it, what surprised me when y'all played against him, Jordan Howard was slicing y'all, but they didn't stick to him. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
So they
They kept the Miles
Hey,
Sanders, right?
so they once they realized, okay, we finna they letting us slice, we ain't even finna worry about it. They go keep slicing and they gash Green Bay. Green Bay got exposed that night. I'm not
Nope,
even
I gotta blow the whistle.
You
Blow the
good? I'm
whistle.
done. I'm done.
You got too many goddamn wounds now. I'm cutting you off. There's too many wounds now.
It's
Hold
cool.
on, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Oh,
I told
now listen,
you I was coming in here talking.
Listen,
I'm just being real.
you make some good points. I'll
You
give
made
you
some
some.
good points,
You made some
definitely.
very good points. I'm not going to argue and say that you didn't make no good points. We have been a little inconsistent. But I think our play against a quarterback that beat y'all, yeah, that counts. So edge goes there, and we went against Patrick Mahomes. Y'all ain't played Patrick Mahomes yet. I think they gassed y'all. Okay, so
Then the thing is, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't even mean in our 5 games. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I dropped it on Mike, and he had to end the conversation because he ain't had nothing else.
now wait a minute.
But here's the thing though, like we done played 4 top 10 defenses. 2 of those defenses is top 5. Y'all defensive line is not better than any of those 4 defensive lines. I'm sorry.
Let me do.
I'm
Whoa,
sorry.
I don't agree with that.
I'm sorry.
I don't know about none of that.
Let me.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hey, let me do.
Yeah, I don't know about none of that, but
Bro,
what Patrick Mahomes do?
y'all defensive line is legit better than the Eagles.
Let me give you.
Right now,
that's
especially with their injuries.
And that's it. You're not better than Khalil Mack and them. You're not better than Daniil Hunter
better than
on the
Vikings
Vikings.
too, man.
Y'all not better than DeMarcus Lawrence and them boys and Robert Quinn.
Yes, we is, bro.
Oh my God.
Here.
How many times did they sack Aaron Rodgers?
let me reel it in. Let me reel
I
it
bet
in.
you.
Hold
I
on.
bet you
Let
Aaron
me
Rodgers
reel it
gets
in.
sacked against us.
Let me reel it in.
Go ahead.
Now listen, we are having fun, ladies and gentlemen. We are on with a Packer subscriber who wanted to come on and talk about the game. And if you want to come onto the show and talk about the game with the round table, you just simply hit one of the members up via Twitter or Discord. My Discord is linked in this video as well as my Twitter account. And all of our channels have their Twitter and their Discords in there. So if you want to come on the show and you want to talk, we will set it up for you to get on and have a little fun with it. So, I just want to just simply say that now. You taking some heat now, Rage, because Technical Jeff says, what has DeMarcus Lawrence done this year? And then you got other people who come in and says Dallas defense, like the General Review. Shout out to the General Review. If you have not subscribed to the General Review, please do so. Who comes in and he says the Dallas defense, and I quote, played Washington, Miami, and the New York Giants before playing Green Bay. And so it's not like they were battle tested.
I mean, they played the Saints before us.
Yeah, and
Can I do
against you guys didn't score a lot of points against the Vikings or the Bears, and our offense is better than both of them.
27 ain't a lot.
Here.
The Vikings, y'all scored 21, and that was it.
Oh, okay, excuse me. 21 points ain't a lot.
They
They can win the game.
They can't beat us for 21 points.
Who?
Yeah, I don't think y'all winning with
Get
no
outta
21
here.
points.
Get
Y'all
outta here.
gonna-
If y'all gotta beat us, y'all gotta score like 35. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Son, the Cardinals tied y'all with 24.
Here-
Come on,
here-
bro.
When they
27.
had it was 27-27.
Let me-
That was the first
No,
game
I'm
of
saying
the season.
I'm saying, but they tied y'all with 24.
It was-
I mean,
And
I
it-
feel you.
Like, come
I
on,
feel
bro.
you.
Yeah.
All right,
Go
listen,
ahead.
that's
Flo.
not. That's still higher than 21.
Mike, you get the flow.
Yes. So to a rebuttal of that, I was actually at work, so it was hard for me to constantly talk. But
Yeah, I know, I'm just
here's what
playing,
I
bro.
say. Here's what I say about that. You named the quarterbacks that the Lions played against. You named Kyler Murray. You named Wentz. You named as well as the San Diego Chargers, Phillip Rivers,
yeah.
and Patrick Mahomes. When you look at these quarterbacks, there's one interesting fact when it comes to our defensive line. These are quarterbacks that can get out of the pocket and make plays via their legs. So what the Lions defense and their defensive line specifically was playing to contain and waiting for the quarterback to make the throw, because they know if these guys get out of the pocket, they can definitely make plays downfield and their wide receivers get open. So what the Lions did schematically was contain, and wait for the quarterback to make the play and make a throw in the pocket instead of running outside the pocket, because our secondary is very strong. And when it comes to our defensive line not getting as much pressure, that is very true. It's something I feel like they're underperforming via contract. However, our biggest stud when it comes to the defensive line specifically, Hand, has been out all year. Now he's expected, in my opinion, to play. And I see they're doing the same scheme that we did against Mahomes and the rest of the guys with Aaron Rodgers. What's Aaron Rodgers known for? Again, getting out of the pocket and making big-time plays. They're going to scheme the way that we've been doing, and that's why our defensive line has not been making as much of an impact going and rushing the passer, in my opinion. They are underperforming, but it was also how we schemed against the quarterbacks that we played.
Hey, quick question.
Rage MK.
Yeah.
Rage MK.
I just got one question before you go, Jimo. What side does Hand play on the line?
He
All
plays
of
Right, so I was
he
going to
plays
tell you,
all of
he's
it.
the
All of
one
it.
that
Yeah,
he's
the
the
whole
one
line,
that
He-
he's the one that knocked Aaron Rodgers out the game last year. That
I ain't
was
worried
him.
about. I ain't worried about it.
All right.
But
Okay.
does he? Do he play on the edge or
He plays every
everywhere.
line
Yes.
position. He
They put him
plays on
everywhere.
the edge. He plays in the middle. So
Yeah.
basically, wherever your weakest offensive lineman gonna be, Hand gonna be right there, and he's
Well,
gonna
look.
get to Aaron
Well,
Rodgers.
look. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all know this. David Bakhtiari is the best left tackle in the league.
No,
In the league.
No, he's not.
You can.
Okay,
you
hold on,
go
hold on.
go look
Wait,
at go.
wait.
Y'all like PFF? Go look at PFF.
Oh,
No, we don't.
like
No, listen.
No.
Don't you ever.
That's because we're
we
from
don't.
here.
Listen, we do not
wait,
like
wait,
PFF.
wait, because Mike was bringing up PFF
Oh,
when we was talking.
No,
I'm just saying.
ESPN is the stat that-
ESPN. So if
yeah,
you still go to
ESPN.
ESPN, David Bakhtiari is the best left tackle in the league. And let me give you another fact check. Brian Balaga has not allowed a single sack this season. And I want you to look at all the right defensive linemen that he had to play, and then come back and talk to me. Y'all line, if they
Do you
not
know-
get, they can't get pressure. I'm
Okay.
Now
telling you.
listen, let me just say this really
We
quick.
gonna get pressure.
Let me
It's
just
a
say this.
divisional game, man.
MacArthur Malone say, "Who man's is this?" You know, he wants to know. He wants
Exactly, man.
He wants to know who man's. He say PFF in my Soldier Boy voice.
That's
Yeah,
a
we don't like
man.
PFF
around here.
Oh, I thought y'all
man.
follow. I was finna say
Man.
because
Oh, no.
Mike was
Nah,
talking about PFF.
man.
Okay, my fault.
No,
My fault.
no,
Nah.
it was ESPN stats.
Was it ESPN?
The reason we don't go by PFF is, man,
They are
made Patrick,
trash.
they made Patrick Mahomes the sixth best quarterback in the NFL, and Dak number 2. Right there, that destroyed my ability to
Their
actually
credibility.
believe what they got to say.
PF
All
been-
Oh,
credibility.
they completely
Man,
felt like
man,
that was the
PF
last
been-
straw.
Yeah, PF been trash. I just thought y'all used PF. PF been trash.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, they had
No, I
Derrick
just
Henry.
feel
They
like-
had Derrick Henry number 2 yesterday. Last year for the running backs. I lost my mind.
Oh my god.
Now, Rip Distortion says Packers O line is good, Luke. I do know that they're good,
They
but
are, yep.
but to sit there and say Bakari is the best left tackle,
He is. You
That
can
was-
look it up. We
I
can
mean,
look it up
listen,
together.
listen,
We can look it up together.
We can do the research on it. We can do the
we
research.
can.
I'm finna do the research right now. Hold
Yeah,
on.
we can, but I just don't know if I would give him the best. I don't
think he's better than the left
Yeah.
tackle for the Chiefs. So
the left
no,
tackle
it's
for
a-
the Chiefs.
Who
No,
is
he's
it?
better. He's
It's,
better than Eric Fisher. You talking about Eric Fisher?
Fisher's
whoever they
injured.
Yeah, he's hurt right now, but I'm talking about when he's healthy, he's great.
Yeah, I don't.
I know
yeah.
that the Dallas Cowboys got Lyle Collins and
There's no way he's
Lyle
the best
Collins-
left tackle. And plus,
Lyle Collins
your
is the
best
right
ability is
yeah, I'm saying yeah,
availability.
You talking about Tyron Smith?
He's always getting
Tyron
hurt.
Smith, yeah.
Yeah, Tyrod didn't
And
play though.
Lyle Collins are very good ends as well. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do got an offensive line in Green Bay that's really good, but there's a lot of injuries as well. And I think when it comes to injuries and putting guys in and out, that's really going to hurt the togetherness of an offensive line. I think it's imperative to have all your starters on there. So we'll see about that. I'm not sure the health. I know some of your offensive line was injured last week or got injured, but if they're going to play, it's
talking
going
about
to be
Corey
tough.
Lindsley. You talking
Yeah.
about Corey
Now the
Lindsley? He had a
general review.
concussion.
The general review says Bakari is the best, Luke, and I rock with the general review. So, I mean,
No, he said he is a beast. He didn't say
He-
oh,
he
I'm
a
sorry,
beast.
he's the beast.
Yeah,
My
he says
bad.
a
I'm
beast.
No, we
Yeah.
didn't say he wasn't a beast. We just
Yeah,
said he's
yeah.
number one.
I'm not buying the
He
number one part.
Son, he number one. I'm
But
telling you.
let's do something a little bit different because we got more to address. We got more questions to go through, and I want to make sure that we are able to hit on each one of those questions because now we finna get into some stuff, and we're gonna do our best to keep it all clean. Okay, it's a lot of
Luke,
people.
Hey, Luke, hold on 1 second. Hey guys, we got 103 guys in this in the comment section. Make sure you guys get them likes up so we can get this video out so people can see the video. Definitely get them likes up, baby.
Absolutely, man. Make sure that you go through my description. Everybody's channel is linked minus Rage MK. He is not on YouTube. He is simply just one of the subscribers who did the most logical thing and reached out and said, "Let me talk about my team."
Whoa,
And let me just say this, people. Now, listen, I'm serious. I think this is very important. It's not many people who will come into a hostile environment because it's going to be hostile. You're going to be around a whole other group of fans. The subscribers is about that fan, and you're willing to talk about your team. But the one thing I can give him credit for, he is coming with some serious facts, some things that's hard for me to argue and debate against, and I appreciate that. So, and I appreciate the way you guys in the chat are handling this. And you guys are doing a phenomenal job, man. So, but this is one of those things where we're gonna do this quite often, where we bring somebody in and we're gonna have good old conversations. And one of the things that's coming out recently is a lot of people are talking about the quarterback for the Detroit Lions. One safety from the Green Bay Packers, Adrian Amos.
whoa.
He says Stafford is a great quarterback, who is a underrated athletic quarterback and somebody who can hurt you with his feet. My question to you, Mr. Rage MK, is what say you to your own player giving praise to Matthew Stafford and also talking about his athletic ability?
I completely agree. I mean, it's just honestly, like I said, we see the man 2 times a year, and he got our number for the past 4 games. Granted, he ain't played Aaron Rodgers, but that's beside the point. But I mean, if you look at what he's done day in and day out, and like I was telling y'all before the show, like I was telling y'all before the show started, like when you look at gridiron quarterbacks, it's Brett Favre. It ain't no question. And then right below him, I think is Matthew Stafford because I've seen him take a beating. I mean, from Green Bay, from anybody, I've seen the man take a beating, and just to get back up and throw the football. This man was dealing with a hip injury and took off for like a 9-yard gain against the Chiefs last week or 2 weeks ago. He a dog. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I see him top 7 QB.
Hey, appreciate
he is
it.
a monster.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Now listen. Antoine is you high. He says, what about what Carson Palmer said? We're going to get into all of it, man, because Carson Palmer also came out and talked about the greatness of Matthew Stafford. And what say you, Carl, about that? I mean, Carson Palmer and Adrian Amos say Matthew Stafford's a great quarterback. What say you?
I mean, yeah, I mean, he is a great quarterback. I mean, he brought a team from nothing to something. I mean, they're really 0-16 the year before he was drafted. Like, I mean, and he turned them into, a very solid team. I mean, he turned the worst franchise into, a decent franchise. I mean, you can't really, I mean, you got to be either good or great to do that. So,
That's true.
Yeah. I mean,
and
he has a very rare arm talent in this league. I mean, he's a great quarterback.
Now, J-Mo, I mean, you got Carson Palmer, Adrian Amos. I mean, and it's not even just them. It's a lot of people giving the Lions love and a lot of people giving Matthew Stafford love. I don't know why it took this long to do it for him to get a tight end and a running back, but that's another story. To actually get protection on the line for once in his career, that's a different story. Also, we got Nomis J in the building. What's up? Make sure you subscribe to Nomis J. He is in my link description as a DSA member. But what say you, J Mo? Why everybody is just so in love with Stafford now? Why?
Well, what Carson Palmer has said was that besides Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford is the most talented quarterback he's ever seen. It's funny. One thing about Matthew Stafford that I like to separate from being a fan, I do think he's in the top 5 most talented quarterbacks I've ever seen, because to me, it's about, can you elevate the talent around you? If you look at the rosters that Stafford has had and what we did with those rosters and some of the receiving core, like a lot of these receivers be nobodies, and then they come play with Stafford and now they stars. Like Golden Tate was a gadget player for Seattle. He wasn't nothing special. He was a gadget player. He come play with Matthew Stafford. Now what he had 4 straight years of the most yards behind the line of scrimmage, leading the NFL and yak. And then Marvin Jones was just a menial receiver. Andy Dalton, he come over here, he a star. Kenny Galladay, a 3rd round pick, he's a star. And, it's just about elevating the teams around him, playing with the bad O-lines. And honestly, if you know football, Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback. And we're going to see if the media stays on the bandwagon, because, they like to jump off whenever they can. But I think a lot of people – to me, it's about being a pure thrower of the football. The only players that I think are better pure throwers of the football is like Aaron Rodgers, now that Patrick Mahomes is on the scene before, and then maybe Drew Brees or like prime Tom Brady, but he can make any kind of throw. And that's why I always get mad when people criticize Stafford, because he can literally make any throw. He can make throws that Aaron Rodgers can't make, because Aaron Rodgers don't make the sidearm throws like him and Patrick Mahomes. He can make any throw.
Right, I agree with that.
Throws and Mahomes can make more throws than anybody. Like, that dude is different.
I agree with that.
But
now
he
listen,
can make any throw. Yeah,
now listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have 105 people in the chat. We got 73 likes, 1 thumbs down. Support the 1 thumbs down. Let's give the 1 thumbs down person a little love, because I believe if we just give him a little love and put the thumbs up in the chat, he might change his mind. And if he don't, at least he know he is loved for all the generosity he's given us for that 1 view. So appreciate that.
Bam.
Bam. There we go. So listen, Stephen A. Smith says, Luke, are you a closet Packers fan? I am not. I just simply want to talk football with somebody who's a football head. When I talked to Rage simply said, I'm a football fan first. And that to me was huge, because I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I am a football fan first before I am a team player.
Echo, yeah.
Yeah, somebody got to mute it. So, well, I'm going to figure it out now. Who's that?
I don't know who it is.
I don't
know. Let's see. Let me see. Got to play around with it. We can't be having all the feedback, people. All right,
look at what Riff Distortion said.
He says Calvin Johnson doesn't get 1,964 yards in one season, breaking Jerry Rice's record with the average quarterback. Our passing game has never been an issue. No, in fact, the Detroit Lions have had more top 5 passing attacks than they have had rushing attacks. In fact, our rushing attacks have averaged out to, I believe, 27th. And one of the things that General G Berry said, I'm so used to calling him that, the General View, aka General G Berry, was one of the things he wanted me to bring up, and he asked me to talk about it, was people always talk about Stafford's win-loss record and other things like that, but he discusses the win-loss record of one Mr. Aaron Rodgers against winning teams. And what he talks about is, he says, through his research, and he did do his research, he says Aaron Rodgers' win-loss record against winning teams is not good. Ray, do you know what that record is? Ray, you still with us? We ain't eat you alive yet, did we?
My bad. I had myself muted. Come on, man.
Oh, okay. I see it. Okay.
Man, get out of here, dude.
Okay. Okay. I thought we scared you off for a minute. I was a little worried for you.
Never, never. I live in a lion's den. This is my habitat.
No, you don't live in the lion's den.
I hibernate here.
You be in the lion's belly.
Hey, it ain't no lion's den without no lions in it.
Hey, listen, Rage. Rage, you went silent, right? And everybody in the audience was like,
Yeah, they got tired of me talking to their souls. That's all it was.
man. All right,
Wow.
but do you
But
know
nah,
the win?
I
Do
don't.
you know the
I
win
don't
loss
know.
record? It is 17-26
26?
and 1.
Yeah. I think I seen him say that. I think I seen 17 and 26. But you got to look at it like, I mean,
Look at it like what?
He ain't had no defense in 2010. I'm just keeping it real.
Man,
Oh, you got them
also,
excuses.
No,
No,
it's not an excuse. Like I don't know. Like I don't know how far y'all follow football, but I forget the guy's name. But he was a tight end, and he got cut from the team after they won the Super Bowl. Ted Thompson called this man in the office, and Ted Thompson.
I'm just going.
Ted Thompson called this man in the office. He was like, "Look, we really don't need no defensive players because Aaron Rodgers is gonna win us games with his arm." That's why he never invested in the defense. And like for 9 years,
All right,
it's
so I gotta say
2019.
one thing about
I'm
this.
just saying, bro.
Aaron Rodgers, first of all, the Lions defenses have been worse, but I'm not going to harp on that.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
No, actually,
Nah,
they
they've been
have
worse.
been.
No,
They've been way worse.
They've
They've
been way
been
worse.
worse.
Well,
But I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna go to this. Aaron Rodgers is 1-34 when down by 10 points in the fourth quarter. Now we know that Matthew Stafford is the comeback god, and a lot of times we were down by 40. We were down by 14. So what I'm saying is, if Aaron Rodgers even if his defense isn't good, he can't win a game when he's losing. That makes no sense. You know,
when you down 35-10, it's kind of hard if you go down.
But when is Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers down 35-10? Let's be 100 about it. Especially with Jordy Nelson lighting up the world. Come on,
I can name a couple of games, but at the same time, you gotta look at it like this:
Packers was going 15-1, bro. Come on now.
And that's when they had a model. That's when Charles Woodson and them boys were still there. But you gotta look at it like this: if I can march the ball down on your team, on your defense, you know what I'm saying? If I can march the ball down on your defense, and then you can do the exact same on my defense. All your defense got to do is just stop me one time, and then you automatically up 7 points because my defense can't stop you at all.
Okay,
that's what Aaron Rodgers
have been worse.
No, hey, Stafford done had some
bad
defenses.
Stafford is second in the NFL all time. You can look it up in average points amount per game given up by defense with 27 points per game. It's only one person whose defense has been worse for a starting quarterback. So those are the facts.
Listen, let me chime in a little bit. Let me just chime in a little bit. What I want to do is I want to move it along a little bit more, and then I want to get to the questions because people are asking you questions that you can see somebody want to know what is your worry percentage for the win. So they want to get into the questions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the last two questions, then we'll take questions from you guys from the chat. So the last question is this: it's simply input. The last two. We're going to start with the first of the last two. Who wins this game come Monday? And put in your bold prediction for the score. We will start off with you, Mr. CA3 Sports.
I had the Lions win this game. I think they. I gotta think of the score though. I have it. I'm gonna go to my pick'em app. I'm gonna see what I put. I have them winning this game, 27-20.
Okay. All right. What say you, TA?
Okay, I got the Lions going in Green Bay and taking that victory, and I'm gonna say 17-14.
Okay,
low scoring game.
All right,
yeah, low scoring game. Yep.
All right, what say you, J Mo?
I got the Lions winning, and I'm gonna say 35-21.
Oh shit! Oh, excuse my language. Excuse my language.
Hey, listen,
they about to get it, bro. They can't stop our offense, man. And my bold prediction is TJ Hawkinson going to get 200 yards.
But I don't even think TJ might not play.
No, he's definitely playing.
He'll be there.
He's definitely
man. Hawkinson is
now
back.
You don't want him to play, but
sorry. No, he ain't out the woods yet in that concussion protocol. I don't know.
No, trust me.
Yeah, he'll go. He's gonna be a go. Him and Slay gonna be.
TJ is going to play, and Slay's gonna play. It's all a problem for y'all, man.
We're back.
All right. I say the Lions win 28-20. I think they get that one possession win.
Hey, it's basically my score, basically.
Yeah, I think it's close to that. What say you, Mike?
The score, I think I predicted it was 34-27 Lions. I think that was the number that I got.
Okay.
God.
Okay. Now.
Hey.
Man, they got us putting up some points.
I mean, why wouldn't we put up points? We've been doing it for 3 years.
Excuse me, Ray's got me dying over here. Ray say, "Oh my God, Lord Jesus."
I mean, the Eagles
Oh
gave y'all a
my
cold
God.
35. Bro.
Oh my God.
Now
Oh,
listen,
Cold
we got
35
100.
with Alshon on one leg.
Listen, we got 110 people in the chat. We got a total of what looks like 70, 79, 80 likes up. Let's get those thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen, and get it done. Also, make sure that you go into my description, the link to all of the people in here, minus Rage, because Rage is just a subscriber. He's coming on to defend his team, man, and he's doing a good job, in my opinion. He's having fun.
Yeah, we appreciate
And
him.
so, and appreciate him coming through. But yeah, we need to get those lights up, ladies and gentlemen, and get this thing going. Rage, it is your turn to give us the final score and who wins this game and one bold prediction.
I hate this because I don't like. It's tough. But Green Bay got it. I mean, they at home. It's a divisional game. We getting better each and every week. I got the score. I got two scores. I either got 27-17 or I got 35-17. That's
So
just
either
what
way
it
it goes, you said either way it goes, you
Oh
said
my
we
God.
not
Oh my
scoring.
God.
That's the moment he knew.
17.
Listen, I was just gonna play that.
Hey man, I'm just keeping it real.
Oh, that's like the Chiefs fans telling us we was gonna score 17. I remember
But
that too.
listen, when he said it though, y'all don't even understand. When he said it though, and I'm thinking he's gonna give another score where they scored more points. He gave us 17 both. I just thought to myself,
Well, I give y'all on that second one, I can give you 35-24. I can give you that.
I'm okay. Listen, I'm just listen. You know, hey, right? But
Just
listen,
saying, man.
this is your time, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we'll give you a chance to ask any question. You can ask it to any one of us. You can ask it to Rage MK. You can ask it to MicroMike. You can ask it to 313 JMO. You can ask it to TA of No Sports Entertainment. You can ask it to CA3 Sports Talk Carl. Any questions you want, we will answer them. I'm giving us extra time to get as many questions in as possible. So let's make sure we do it. So let's get this thing going. It says
Nick Myers, he been
listen,
saying that same comment, bro.
And we finna get to it. Let's start off with John Martin. He says, "What good quarterback have the Packers played?" MK
This season? If he mean this season, Carson Wentz, he's a stud. And then on top of that, Dak, you're right. It was a Thursday game, and then Dak Prescott, he's a stud. He's leading the league.
No.
He's leading the league in
Decky.
He's you said y'all trolling, but he leading the league right now in QBR.
Sorry, I'm not trolling, bro. He scored 12 points against the Saints, but he is.
I mean, the Saints got a nice defense too. Like,
but the Saints
on top
also
of that,
got Teddy Bridgewater.
And then I mean, come on, bro. And then see what
I love Bridgewater, but
and then see what Teddy Bridgewater did the week after that. The man scored 4 touchdowns. He was just getting into his routine. Like Lattimore put them clamps on Amari, bro. I'm not saying Dak is a stud, but I'm saying you talking about good QBs.
Yeah,
Dak
he's a solid quarterback.
I mean, he a solid. Carson Wentz, he was almost an MVP type quarterback, and Kirk Cousins on a good day. But when he played us, he wasn't on a good day. So I'm not even.
Okay, wait a minute. All right. So Nick says, who wins the Jair? I can't even pronounce people's names.
Jair.
Let me do it, Luke. Let me do it.
Oh, boy.
I know the names.
Jair
Alexander.
Ooh, good question.
Not say anything. So this is to you.
It's me. It's a great question because look, to be completely honest with you, after watching that game with Dallas, it's only two receivers that I ever seen give Jair a problem, and that was Julio Jones and Amari Cooper. Why? Because they got a great mixture between route running skills, speed, and size. If you go back and look at 4 of Amari Cooper big plays, Jair tried to big body him like he was a receiver somewhat close to his height, but he couldn't do that because they was just too strong. I don't think that they go put Jair on Galladay only because Galladay is fucking 6'4". Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I don't think they go put him on Galladay because he's 6'4". I think they go put Kevin King on Galladay because he's 6'2". Galladay is 6'4". And Galladay and Kevin King, they about the same size. I think they put Jair on Marvin Jones, and I like Jair in that matchup all day long. Period.
Okay. All right. Now we have
Wow.
105 people in the chat, 85 likes,
Yeah.
2 thumbs down. Let's show the 2 thumbs down that they
My
we
bad
love
for
them still
cussing.
and get them
Y'all
likes up,
dead
man.
wrong.
My bad
You
for
know.
cussing. My bad for cussing.
No, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Now this question is to all members. It says, does the Lions defense have the potential to be a top 5 in the league? We'll start this off with you, MicroMike.
Yes, as long as we can get the pass rush. That is the key right now. Getting a pass rush. The secondary is so talented. And if you can finally get some pass rush and force a quarterback to throw a little bit off his back foot or throw early, sky's the limit, man, because the secondary is the most talented secondary I've seen on a Lions before. Rashawn Melvin, Darius Slay, and Coleman. And if we can get that pass rush, it will make us a top 5.
All right, what say you, TA?
Yeah, I definitely got to agree with Michael Mike. The biggest thing for us is just getting pressure, man. Once we get all of our guys healthy, everybody's back, I think we're going to be better and we'll be able to hone in on getting more pressure. But that's one of the things that, you know what I'm saying, that we have to do. We definitely got to get better on that defensive side of the ball. And it starts with the trenches. The trenches is always where the football game is won. Even though those guys don't go down in the stat section or anything like that, but what they do definitely dictates the game. So whoever, you know what I'm saying, whoever is playing well in the trenches, man, that's who's going to do some damage in the game. But I definitely think that Detroit's defensive line has to get pressure and has to be better this season.
Okay, I mean, we got questions. I know he wanted all of us to answer, but we got so many questions, man. I want to try to get to every single one of them. Joseph Murdoch says, anybody want to guess at who the mid-season pickup Quinn will make? I got a few of them based on just the evidence of it. And to me, the first person that stands out to me has nothing to do with the words receiver that you can trade for, but guys that you can pick up as free agents. They brought in Emmanuel Hall, was a guy that they targeted during the free draft process this year. He's one of them. And also look for any top cornerback. I think they will make a hard push for Patrick Peterson if the price is right. So that would be my guess.
He's trash. He is trash.
Listen,
oh my god.
Listen, Patrick
Hey
Peterson.
man, it's what
This
defensive
man-
playing is, bro. Rashawn
Man.
Melvin was trash last year too. Came over here playing like a top cornerback.
Rashawn was a dog before he went to the Raiders.
Facts.
But yeah, in the
True.
Colts, I wanted Rashawn back then, but I
Mhm.
knew Ted Thompson wasn't gonna dive into free agency. We all know that. But yeah,
Right.
Rashawn Melvin, he nice.
Elk Production, what up, though? He says, do Lions and Packers split this season, or does the Lions get another sweep? We start this one off with you, J-Mo.
I'm mad you got to do this, but I predicted we was gonna sweep them again at the beginning of the offseason. So
Yeah,
I just knew because look, y'all cannot stop us from scoring points. I don't care what you might think, and our defense is gonna shut down Aaron Rodgers. So
oh my god.
I'm just saying.
we definitely gonna sweep them again. Like
listen.
we've been sweeping y'all with 32nd ranked Russian attack teams. Like come
Man,
on,
what?
like come on, man.
What?
We got
Hello.
Kerryon Johnson completely healthy. We got T.J. Hawkinson. We got Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, Danny
Let me look up these
and a loaded
ESPN
defense.
stats real. I'm sick of y'all talking
Hey,
about
man.
this. I'm sick of y'all
Our
talking about this
defense- look, man,
defense.
look,
Hold on.
man, without
Detroit ESPN.
I'm gonna just say this:
stats.
without Darius Slay, our defense held Mahomes to no touchdown. Without Quandre Diggs, our defense led Mahomes to no touchdown. Are you serious?
I hear you.
I'm just saying.
And they had all they
so-
had all their horses too.
So what say UTA? I mean, do the Lions sweep the Packers, or do they split?
Man, you put me in a hard, vulnerable situation. Because anytime we play the Packers, man, it's always tough. I'm not gonna say it's an easy game.
Super tough. Don't just say tough.
It's gonna
tough.
be. I'm
tough
just being real about it. I gotta go with us, man. I gotta go with us getting the sweep this year.
Okay.
I just think that we have the weapons to get it done, but it's easier said than done. I can say this all day on this show, but the Lions got to go out there and produce it as far as on defense, being able to slow Aaron Rodgers down. But I'm gonna give it to us. I definitely think that we got the talent. TJ Hawkinson, a tight end, which you guys have never seen before. he gonna do some damage out there.
Man,
Especially
I just got a headache. He is a dog. Oh my
No,
god.
hey, no, hey,
He
Ray,
is
let me
a
tell
dog.
you one thing.
Oh
Let me
my
tell you one
God.
thing,
I
Ray.
mean,
We talked
Jesus.
about we talked about this earlier. We were scared y'all was gonna get TJ Hawkinson because if y'all
Yeah,
got
we was
him,
scared
Yeah.
y'all gonna get
Yo,
him.
if
Yeah.
we would have
I'm
got
gonna be
TJ,
100.
it was a wrap.
We was like, we have to take
Man,
TJ just so
bro.
the Packers don't get him. If
Bro.
Aaron
Right,
Rodgers
right.
had TJ, oh my gosh,
Bro,
it would have been bad.
you ever got a headache and you got that ugly I'm sick of you face on your damn face?
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
man.
that's what
When I
happened
was
with,
watching
Lord.
the Cardinals game, that's the face I had when I was watching.
Hey man,
him
when
play.
Khalil Mack went to the Bears, that's the face I had.
I had the same
Hey.
face.
Facts,
Little Mac.
facts,
Yeah.
facts.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Kedrick says, this is at everyone, but we're going to try to spread it out. He says, do you think the Packers protect the ball or no? The whole defense about to come out with the boxing gloves. Yeah, we was in full-fledged Joe Louis punch last week.
Hey, hey, Mike Tyson and them things.
Yeah. So,
And right,
so
I
you
don't know
know,
if their receivers.
but
I
I
don't
mean,
think their receivers can handle it.
but let's talk about it though. I mean, and we'll start this off with you, Mike. Do you think they come out full, punch them out, man? You know, against the Packers this time?
Yes, I do. I definitely see us getting the ball out, and we don't need Mike Tyson to bite an ear off. I think they got
Yeah.
Definitely do. It's not random that this is taking place. It's coached. You're noticing a lot of punching of the balls, and it's working.
Right.
It's happened game after game, and I see that keep going forward on Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think you're right. I think they're going to keep doing it. I mean, I remember one of the touchdowns that the Eagles got, they was going for the punch, and Aguilar just happened to do just enough to avoid it. And they did the same thing again in the Chargers game and went for the punch, and he kind of broke loose and got loose. So I can see it happening in this game. The question becomes, if you don't have Devontae Adams playing, you got Allison and all these, we going for the ball. So I still want to see them do more wrap-up tackles, but, it's just one of them things. But I take it, Rays. You don't think we finna be playing Mike Tyson punch out?
No, you're not, and I'll say that because I don't know if y'all know, but Green Bay lead the league in turnover differential, +7. Y'all are at +2. Why are we at +7? Because we don't turn over the ball at all. Aaron Rodgers, he don't throw interceptions, and we do not fumble. Matthew Stafford has a fumble.
Recently.
You're right.
I'm about to say the Eagles.
Matthew Stafford, he has a fumbling problem. He's fumbled 3 out of the last 4
Yeah,
games.
I'll give you that.
Kerryon Johnson, he has a fumbling problem.
I don't know about that.
No, Kerryon Johnson, that's his first fumble of his career, bro. So
Yeah,
and then on top of that, and while I was looking up the stats, y'all are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y'all are ranked 26 in pass defense.
What that mean?
Yeah, I'm
y'all
telling
are
you,
trash.
those numbers are hey, and you know what's funny? The Chiefs fans said the same thing. The Chiefs fans said the same thing. What they do?
I'm playing. Y'all not trash.
The Chiefs fans said the same thing. Matt Patricia defense gives up a lot of yards, but how many points do we give up? How many touchdowns have we given up? We only given up 4 touchdowns on the season.
Well, I ain't played nobody, but that's
well.
Besides
we played the Eagles. They smacked up on y'all pretty good.
I mean, you're right. They ran it 3 times. They weren't throwing. They only threw it twice. But it's okay though.
I believe Carson Wentz throwing for 3 touchdowns, carving y'all up.
No, he only had 2. He only had.
I mean, Carson Wentz didn't really card him up necessarily. It was more so.
They carved him up Jordan.
It was a Thursday game, but what I didn't know.
Hear no type of excuses.
But what I didn't know about the Lions, y'all was like 3rd in percent in passer rating, and then y'all were like 5th in something else that has something to do. I guess I don't fucking.
Yeah, this is the toughest secondary Aaron Rodgers is gonna see, and you don't have Devontae Adams. I can't see how Packers fans think you're gonna win the game without.
I mean, I agree with that.
Everybody thought that we weren't gonna beat the Cowboys without D. Adams, and look what happened.
I didn't think
Aaron Jones went off.
Y'all wouldn't have if they just kept putting the ball on the ground and not got cute. But let's move it along. PA Grizzly says, do y'all think our tie in Green Bay losing to the Eagles will come back to hurt the Packers?
I mean, I guess it could if the Lions keep winning. It could.
I think losing twice to the Lions is gonna hurt the Packers.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I don't think the Eagles are gonna win their division, so I'm not really worried about that.
Yes,
as far as playoff implications, as far as that tie, I think that tie is gonna help y'all maybe get into the playoffs because it's not a loss, it's a tie. So if y'all are, let's just say y'all are a 10-win team and y'all going, y'all trying to go out, square out for somebody who 10-7, 10-6, y'all can be 10-5-1, and by that tie, y'all can get in. So I think that y'all are getting in. I think it'll help y'all out when y'all are trying to look for a wild card because y'all ain't winning no division. But that's a different story for a different day, bro. Like,
it's the same story.
I hear you. Listen, we hear you out. We think you're a little crazy, but it's all good.
more than a little crazy. I can't wait for Monday, man. He gonna get a wake up
it's
call.
funny you say that.
Hey guys, he has to.
Yeah, Chiefs fans really thought they was about to do something, had them shitting themselves. But it's cool, okay.
I mean, if you really look at that game, though, like honestly, y'all didn't really put the blueprint out on how to beat the Chiefs. It's been out because they never had a defense. My point
is, who got a better offense, the Chiefs or the Packers?
What?
Look what we did to them without Slay,
bro.
Or did
first off, he was on a tweaked ankle. His ankle been tweaked since like week 2. So stop it.
Patrick Mahomes had his most rushing yards in the season in that game. So what you talking about?
Again, that just goes back to his offensive line not blocking for him. He's always been on the run. He's never had a good defense. So it's no surprise on how to beat them. If you can pressure him into some bad throws, you beat them, period. Yeah. Now, if you got the defense to stop them from scoring, that's a different ball game.
I'm just saying,
y'all didn't because he put up 34.
Chiefs. What happened to the
Chiefs? You said Packers are the Chiefs right now?
He really put up 27.
You really about to say the Packers got a better offense than the Chiefs?
A more complete offense, of course.
With Marcus Stanley and Geronimo Allison and Ace Jimmy Graham.
Devontae freaking Adams.
Tyreek Hill?
What?
What are you talking about?
Bro, that's the thing.
Travis Kelce is better than every person on your offense except for Aaron Rodgers.
That's the thing that people...
Who better than Travis Kelce on your team?
Devontae Adams. That's the thing that people just seem to miss about Tyreek Hill.
So what about Tyreek Hill? So Devontae Adams better than Tyreek Hill? He's better than Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
Tyreek Hill, all he does is run straight routes. That's all he has. He can't run around.
Well, I'm saying, so you saying Devontae Adams by himself better than Kelce
Devontae is the best. Devontae Adams is the best receiver to explode off the line. I want you to tell me who better.
I don't care about that. He's not better than Travis Kelce.
You crazy.
He ain't better than Travis Kelce.
You crazy.
Rage,
you crazy.
All right.
No, you crazy, bro.
Listen, let me get it back reeled in. We got a question for who's going to block TJ Hawkinson. I'm sorry, who's going to guard him? This is from the general view.
Well, if he play, assuming he play. That's a tough question, honestly, because the secondary is gonna have their hands full with Marvin and Galladay. I'll be real with you on that one. And then you got to look out for Carry-On, who will just slip out in the screen or a check down. Honestly, I really can't tell you who go guard Hawk because you can put a DB on him, but I mean, Hawk he a beast, honestly. So I don't know.
I mean,
you got that. That's really y'all X factor. That and y'all offensive line. Blocking, yeah. TJ Hawkinson, he's just a monster. I mean, I have no words.
You say no. You can say, well, listen, man. I really do appreciate you for coming on, man. I want to make sure that we give everybody their final thoughts. So we'll give everybody a chance their final thoughts. Just say something, man. And I appreciate you guys in the chat. Y'all have been funny. It was fun to just let everybody have the conversation for a moment and not have to, go at it. But it was entertaining. It was entertaining, and
hey, you got to come on. He got to come on for part 2.
Now listen, they did say that. Now they did say that. They said, "Rage, are you gonna come on when y'all take that L
Monday? When is y'all next?
Now we will be doing a pregame on Monday and a post game.
I'm there. Look, I don't care what nobody know where I work. I work at a bank. We close on Columbus Day. I'm there. My guy, I'm there.
Listen.
Look, post and pre, I'm there, my guy. I will be here. I promise.
Bro, I promise you. Hey, I like the fact that you got in your team, but
Yeah,
I'm there, bro.
I mean, you got people in here saying that you smoking bath salt. I don't even know you can smoke that, but that's
Hey man, I'm smoking crack,
Bath
cocaine, meth, everything. Look, I'm smoking it all. Cat Williams ain't got
you sound
me.
you sound like it. You sound like you telling the truth.
Nah, MacArthur.
Hey G-Mo, you cool, man. You cool, bro. Y'all crazy.
All the smoke.
MacArthur Malone says, "Bring them back, please." So we could definitely set something up for you to come back for the post game, get that figured out.
People want you to come back, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Right, we can't wait to hear you talk about this L. But
hold this L.
But listen, let's go through and get them final thoughts in, man, because you know we try to get y'all off in time so y'all can watch the game tonight. So we'll start this off with UCA3 Sports Talk. What you got for the people and the final thoughts? And also for those, really quick, my apologies, for those who are going to be exiting out, please make sure that you go and hit that like button on your way out if you're leaving, because I want to make sure that we get this video in rotation. I got all kind of people coming in here and giving the thumbs down. There's only 2 of them, but let's let it be showered with joy, because I don't know why people would be sad when there's so much to be happy about in this lifetime. But go ahead, CA3 Sports. Talk to the people. What you got for them?
I'm like always, thanks for all the support for our model subscribers and all the people in the chat. You know, you guys always show support, man, and I love that I love our guests, man. You know, even though you're a friend of the enemy, man, you're a good guest.
Yeah, it's all good.
But you guys tune in for Monday, man. It's gonna be a big division game, man. Be there for a pregame and the postgame, and for Mike's analysis, and that's it, man.
All right, and next up, we're gonna go with Mr. 313 J-Mo, the heart of the city, who certainly showed up today, ready to get it done.
Man, I mean, y'all don't know DVE, but y'all think I was being mean to him, man.
I know, man. I know.
That was nice,
all good.
I mean, because when you say you got a better offense than the Chiefs, like, I mean, that you should have got kicked out.
My God!
But it's cool.
Just saying, man.
It's cool. Okay, so guys, I definitely have a video dropping right after the live stream on us versus the Packers. Who's going to win the game? Obviously, y'all know who I think is going to win the game. It's been very, very fun, very entertaining. But Luke, you can't make a habit of this.
You can't make a habit of this,
man. I love it bringing the enemy.
Like, I can't. I
mean,
I might be able to take a Vikings and a Packers fan, but I don't think I can take a Bears fan. Them guys is. But anyway, yeah, I know. That's one thing we can agree on. But I do think this game will be entertaining for a while, and I think it's going. One of the quarters, I do think a lot of points will be scored. And the Lions just got to go out and prove to everybody, to the division, that everybody that's wondering about us, that we're a real team. We can go out and beat Green Bay on the road. The Eagles, who I think are going to win their division, they went out and they beat Green Bay on the road when they had to. And we got to do the same thing. We'll be healthy, and it's just about execution. And that's something I think we will do. My thing is, I think T.J. Hawkinson, Kerryon Johnson, Matthew Stafford, and the surprise name y'all ain't expecting me to say, Trey Flowers. They're going to have big games, and they're going to be the reason we win.
Hey, I hear that, man.
Hey, man, you can laugh all you want when Aaron Rodgers getting sacked and you throwing picks.
Hey, but listen, here's the best part about it, man. We're gonna get a chance to kind of do it, and he gonna have fun if we take that L, because he came to the Lions there, and I know the general view. He made a good point to say, hey, bring on a few more Packer fans, so he's not so outnumbered, and we would do that if they reach out to me, so we can discuss it like I did with Rage MK. So absolutely would do that. Next up, we will go with Mr. Noble Sports Entertainment. TA, what you got for the people and final thoughts?
Man, what's up, man? Great show on tonight, fellas. We appreciate everybody for coming into the chat room, kicking it with us. This is something that we wanted to do, guys. We wanted to be able to incorporate other people on the show, have people come on that we could be able to talk football, because we all love the game of football.
Facts.
And definitely, man, we appreciate you, Rage, man, for coming on, and we definitely want to have you when you guys get this L. We definitely bring you guys.
Absolutely. Talk to him.
You know what I'm saying? And then also, we want to have you for the part 2 matchup too. You know what I'm saying? When we play them again. So when they have to come to Detroit. So we want to have you for that as well. And we appreciate everybody.
Again? Yeah, sure.
No. Not this season, man. Not this season. We can't do it. But yeah, man, we appreciate that. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'll say that being the case to you. I agree with you, man. I
So
agree with you.
yeah, we appreciate everybody, man. Make sure y'all get those likes up before y'all come leave the chat room. We appreciate everybody so we can get this video out. Make sure you support everybody that's putting content out. MicroMike has a video out on the Green Bay Packers. I have a video out. Everybody that has a video talking about the Packers, make sure you guys support those videos, man. And J-Mo has a video coming out. He has ready for you guys. So make sure you support the Detroit Sports Alliance. Subscribe to the channel, and we appreciate all you guys tonight.
Absolutely. And we have up Mr. King of all introductions. I don't know how he comes up with this stuff, and it's like he sits there with this mad genius mind and comes up with these great introductions. Mr. MicroMike, what do you have for the people in the final thought?
First off, again, like I always say, very humbled that you guys take time out to listen to us talk football. MK, absolutely awesome that you commented on my video, knowing that you were bringing facts and we could get you on here. Any other fan bases, if we are playing you, we would love to get you on as well.
Absolutely.
One time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I want to say I literally check my stats when it comes to my YouTube, and folks, I have now reached out to 5 continents, many different nations from South Korea, from Brazil, all over the world, man. And without you, that does not happen. I do not got an individual from Africa, so if you in Africa, make sure you view my stuff. And then I'm on 6 continents. So with that said, folks, adios.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least is the guest that came to the house, had fun with us. He held his own. He, if this was a gang jump, he didn't fold. So at the end of the day, man, we appreciate you for coming on. But what are your final thoughts and your final words as we get off this show?
Hey, man, I had fun. This was pretty dope. I'm glad y'all want me back. I don't mind being back. I'll definitely be back for real. Hey, y'all a good host. Mike really started it all. If he never would have commented back, I never would have had my shot. Luke, appreciate you reaching out to me. G-Mo, you funny, but you need help.
It's J-Mo, not
I'm
J-Mo.
gonna call you.
All right, we gonna see if I need help on Monday.
I'm gonna call you G-Mo. I'm gonna call you G-Mo because G-Mo finna go nuts on all y'all Monday. But Noble Sports, man. You cool, man. CA3, man, all y'all cool, bro. All y'all cool. Man. I ain't got no. And on the real though, J-Mo, you cool too, bro. But on the real, you really need some help. Cause
I already told you before the chat that I hate the Packers more than any other team. So I don't need help, man. Y'all just need to be humble.
Hey, I'm a very like I said last year. I was humble when I was bragging on my team and they was sucking up. I got mad humble. So now I'm really humble. But
hey, I hear
it's
that.
Always fun.
Now we got somebody. We got Old Time Day who says, I actually just came to watch, but this is great and Rage needed help. Yes, if you wanted to come on and you want to help him and you a Packers fan, Old Timer Dave, reach out to me on Twitter or Discord, or reach out to MicroMike or J-Mo. Any one of us, you can reach out to any one of us, and then they'll direct you towards me so I can kind of talk to you and kind of get everything set up so we can do this again. And appreciate you for appreciate.
He disrespecting.
I mean, he needed a little bit, but
he was just outnumbered. That's all.
I mean, he's outnumbered. He was
1-0.
He did a very
1-0.
1-0
right now.
Well, you know what? Listen. You can have a paper trophy. We just take home the real rights on Monday.
Hey, I like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here go my final thoughts, man. Appreciate y'all for all coming in. Everyone who came in and subscribed. We had over 120 people in the entire chat throughout the day. 94 likes. 1 thumbs down. We're gaining outside subscribers. If you want to come on to the show, you simply reach out to one of the DSA members and they will get you over to me so we can get things set up and figured out. Also, make sure that you go through and you look in my description box because all the people in the DSA channels are linked in my description, and you're going to want to subscribe because this does move from channel to channel. So it could be on my channel today for the roundtable, and the roundtable could then turn around and be on MicroMike's channel and so forth and so on. So you want to make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a show. Also, I like to leave everybody with a positive note. If today you woke up in a bad mood, tomorrow should be a better one because you woke up. And that in and of itself is a great deed that you should not take light. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the show. And please Make sure that you subscribe to all the members of the DSA and don't be no chump. We are out.
Facts.
Jesus.